Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, I'm going to be one of the very few people that you'll probably find that there has enjoyment in talking to you about taxes. As a client said, Chuck, you're one of the few, because what's enjoyable about talking with you about taxes is you're teaching us how much less tax we have to pay, as opposed to it never being an enjoyable conversation from prior years because it was just somebody simply telling us the agony of how much we owed. Well, I want to give you the good news, folks. If you were going to save tax on your money, there has not been and there may not be a better year than 2020. And we have had such a positively overwhelming response. And the amount of tax that you have taken advantage, those of you know who I'm talking to, you've gotten a hold of my updated guide, Taxes in Your Retirement, how to remove the IRS from your IRAs, how to eliminate Uncle Sam from your children and grandchildren's inheritance. And I want to gift you that particular guide. And it all starts by simply just requesting a saving tax optimization plan analysis. It's teaching you the tax road of risk that you're currently traveling and teaches you how to reroute away from that tax risk into a reroute away from tax risk and putting that extra unnecessary tax back into your pocket. Let me give you a great example. I think of our clients we work with, Bill and Barbara from Jacksonville, Florida. Now, they had shared, and we always get feedback, and they just were very positive in being open to share what their experience was and what those differences are. So this is what they had given as answers to my team, and I want to kind of go through this. So what interested you about the Hidden Wealth Solution, the saving tax optimization approach? They said creativity. The difference is we felt that other advisors we had worked with or talked with were basically gambling our retirement, especially around the topic of taxes, because none of them were addressing it. They said with these opportunities to create accounts that grow without tax, you can take your income without tax, does not tax their Social Security, will not cause them to pay higher Medicare Part B and D premiums. This is saving them just in the tax efficiency of using the Tax Cut and Jobs Act over these last few years. We've removed their required minimum distributions before they turn 70 and a half. They're 70 and 68, and they don't have a required minimum distribution. They're not going to leave any inheritance tax to their kids or their grandkids. And this is saving them, as they said. We realized an additional $20,000 more per year as a result of the Hidden Wealth Solutions. And by introducing them to a strategy in the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, which, folks, we still have while we have Trump, and we're in for a very contentious election with him being blamed for the entire coronavirus. And the uncertainty is actually very real of him not getting reelected, which means the Tax Cut and Jobs Act will leave as he leaves going into next year. So the time to save tax on your money is 2020, because this client, Bill and Barbara, used one section of the code for those that qualify that creates up to 100% tax deduction. And they use that deduction to pay for the taxable distribution of converting their IRA to a Roth, on top of setting up accounts that were 100% tax-free. Tax-free as they grow, tax-free as they're used, tax-free as they pass. So they said what this has enabled them to do is they can now travel more. They feel like they're traveling on Uncle Sam, which I find absolutely appealing, when you can take otherwise spendable taxes and put those dollars that would have been wasted, what I call the government gotchas in my book, and put them back into your pocket for your benefit, to spoil your grandchildren, to travel as we get hopefully back to some form of normalcy. Folks, remember this: you've worked hard for your money. Let us teach you how much harder your money can work for you by eliminating unnecessary taxes, and learn that this may be, if not the last best year, maybe one of the best years that will go down in history in order to save tax on your money. It will be in 2020. So go to taxessave.com. That's taxessave.com, and request a saving tax optimization plan analysis. Don't worry, there's no sales pitch. It's to request this so that you can learn the tax road of risk you're traveling and the avoidance by rerouting away from the tax risk road of a reroute that puts those tax dollars back into your pocket. But you've got to hurry. This second half of the year is going to fly by. Everyone's going to get busy as we get back to, hopefully and prayerfully, some form of normalcy. And the time to still be able to have time to focus and learn how to save tax on your money is 2020. Learn what your neighbors and friends have done all around this country. We don't care what state you're from. In fact, those of you in states with state income tax, you're really facing a double whammy, because now they're looking for stimulus With all this other stimulus, they're looking for more stimulus to bail out the states. And guess who gets to pay for that? Those of you that have saved and worked hard in IRAs and 401ks. That's a ticking tax time bomb, and you can learn how to diffuse it with little to no tax if you take the time. Taxessaved.com, taxessaved.com.